I am so excited to welcome Elec Simon to the show today. Elec is a high energy, inspiring MC, percussionist, and motivational entertainer who brings passion and rhythm to every stage and project he touches. He spent years performing with the world famous production Stomp and now travels with Pieces of Dream, captivating audiences with his electrifying presence. From performing with renowned acts to using his platform to spread messages of positivity and perseverance, Elec's journey is one of talent, resilience, and impact. If there's one thing Elec knows, it's how to command a crowd and uplift souls. And I'd also just add that Elec is a student of jiu-jitsu, an avid gym goer who works out in the most amazing gyms, and loves God and his family fiercely. Welcome to the show, and thanks for being here today.
Hey, Miss Denise.
So,
How you doing? Little do they know, right?
you do a lot of cool stuff.
Yes.
So a lot of it I didn't even mention, like playing halftime for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, and
That
the
you just came
Monsters
off of
hockey.
2 shows.
Yeah, and just did the Monsters hockey game. It's like the G League because I live in Columbus, Ohio, so Columbus has the Blue Jackets, Cleveland has the Monsters. Um, so I do the Monsters games in Cleveland. We drum on the ice, sit on the ice, drum. And then I do the Cavs games, the halftime shows and the quarter breaks and timeouts and all that other stuff. So
That's
20,000
awesome.
people. Yeah, I've been doing it 10 years.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see your show.
Yes.
Well, how did you take your love of music and begin your journey of entrepreneurship? Like, how did it shape your journey?
I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur as a kid, and I didn't know what the word entrepreneur was. I don't think people even used it back in the 80s. Maybe they did. Um, I always did several things, even sports. I wrestled my whole life, football, whole life, baseball, whole life. But just watching my mom, because my mom's an entrepreneur, but then she still worked. She worked a 9 to 5 job, but she was stage manager, fashion coordinator, throwing fashion shows, throwing events.
Wow.
So I watched her do it, and I was always like that. I mean, she still does it. She works for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. She's been there for years, works there, but then she still does events. She still works, in the event world. So my mom, that entrepreneurship comes from her. So it's in my blood. But as a musician, I'm a percussion entertainer. That's what I am. That's my first thing. I'm a percussionist. I'm an entertainer. That's a drummer
Mhm.
percussionist. Percussionist, you play everything. You play everything. You little toy, say hand drums, toys. You can jump on a drum set and get it done. A drummer is strictly drum set or marching band, blah, 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 blah. They might not be able to play hand drums. Percussionists, we can jump on anything and pretty much play it. That's what I am. And my favorite instrument is a 5-gallon bucket. So but entrepreneurship, I used that. I used my gift as percussion and as well as an event MC, and I used my gift when I'm emceeing events. I do percussion, small performances with my DJ, who's a drummer. So it's like I think entrepreneurship means you do several things good, but you can also do all them several things all on one stage, like how I do it. I just say
Mhm.
stage, not saying stage for everybody. Everybody's entrepreneurship and real estate. You do this, you have a businesses, you're real estate, blah blah blah. I just say the stage because the world is a stage. My stage, I can use all my entrepreneurship, if you will, if I'm saying it right, emceeing, drumming, bringing people together, showing love. I can do all those things on stage.
Yeah.
I can do all those as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you really connect with people
Yeah,
of
and
all
that's
walks of life.
yeah, all walks of life, and that's and how do I do that? I do that by using my gift, which is percussion, right? Bringing people together, having them drum together, having them clap their hands together. Even if they don't know somebody, you can go to a show and not even know the person next to you, and y'all be clapping and playing different rhythms and playing music together. That's
Yeah.
my job.
It it
But
brid
yeah,
it bridges the gap of all cultures and societies.
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Music has no color. The beat has no color.
That's so true.
he
It
has
was
no
one of the
color.
things that I used to love about Anthony Bourdain. Do you remember him?
Anthony
The
Bourdain.
chef, the famous chef. He did the show No Reservations. He
No
would travel all
reservation.
over the world to small,
Yes, 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 yes,
and
yes.
he always
Okay, yeah,
talked
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah,
how
yeah.
food like was it bridged
Yes,
the gap between
yes. It
different
Bridget.
cultures.
Yes, 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 yes. I do remember, and that's actually a good. That's actually a good way to put that. I like that. I might have to start using that. Food, like how food bridges the gap, music bridges the gap. Because you can not like somebody and still tap your feet at the same time.
Absolutely.
You guys are insane. That's
It's so
kind of how it is
true.
when I do prison shows, when I do juvenile facilities and state penitentiaries and stuff, and I do drum circles. You might have two people from different cities who don't like each other, different sides of town, gangs, whatever. They're drumming, they're having a good time. They ain't even thinking about that when the
Yeah,
music's
for
playing.
that period of time, they've put all the
Yeah.
bad stuff
Yep.
aside.
Yes, ma'am.
It's what I love about music.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
what were some of the first steps you took to build your brand and your
Man,
business around your talent?
getting known. Anybody watching this, you have to get known. Get your paper and pencil out right now. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Write this down. Number one is you have to be seen. They can't pay you if they don't know you. You have to make yourself seen. And what I mean by that, Elec, what do you mean by that? I'm gonna talk in my world as a performer. I used to perform on the street, New York City, Akron, Ohio, at the bus station. Me and my godbrother. He's like a godbrother. He's like a real brother. Marcus Bentley. He would say poetry. I would. This is when I was just first starting to tap dance and learn tap dancing from Gregory Hines and Savion Glover and Jason Jameson, watching Bringing the Noise, Bringing the Funk, seeing them on Broadway, and I was playing on buckets and threw some tap shoes on and just moved my feet and just like figured it out. And nobody was doing that. I was just getting myself known at the bus station in Akron, Ohio with Marco. And then I was doing talent shows, winning them in college, drumming on 5-gallon buckets, tap dancing, doing it, boom, boom, boom. Get myself known. That's when social media wasn't even there. And
Yeah,
I had, you know what I'm saying? You have fans. A lot of people get their fans from this thing called social media. So if social media crashed today, I'm still going to have a following because I made my following putting myself out there. So people watching this, number one, put yourself out there. Number two, build the right relationships that fit the mold of what you're trying to do. Does that make sense?
it absolutely does.
That makes sense. Make the right relationships, build the right relationship with somebody, you know. And one way about me as an entrepreneur, and I'm still like this to this day, I don't go for, I don't need to meet, let me use an example. I don't need to go for Michael Jordan. I don't need to go for him. I'm gonna go for his assistant's cousin. I'm gonna build a relationship with his assistant's cousin. Boom. I don't need to go for straight at Denzel Washington. I don't need to go straight to I don't know, whoever. I'm gonna build the third pro. I'm gonna build the assistant's assistant. I might have a relationship with just the driver. Build that up. Get know him. And then eventually that person I'm trying to get to is gonna see me. A lot of people go for the gusto and go for the main chief. It's hard to do nowadays.
It
You
is
gotta go
hard to
through
do.
you gotta go through 9 people. And I stopped doing that. I don't chase nobody. I said if it's
They,
meant for you,
they
go,
have
you know what I mean?
too many gatekeepers.
Too many gatekeepers. Like, I don't know, we'll let him know. And you could be so good, and you could be great for their business. You could be great for their event. You could be great for their podcast, and they're crazy, overworking, think they're going to get a raise. Workers like, oh no, he's busy right now. We'll let you know. And then they come across you. The main person you're trying to get you comes across you from one of their friends. Like, hey, you got to check this guy out. Like, oh my god. And then the guy who said no, I'll let him know. It's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Nah, let him go. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then that's your chance to fire back.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I met your assistant 10 years ago and wanted to get in touch with you. That's how it happens. So rewind back. I go for somebody who knows them well. And you know, for the assistant, I don't need to go to the king or to the source first. I'm gonna build relationships. That's number two. And last one, number three. Um, you have to take chances. You can't sit back and say, I'm going to start on this date. No, just start. Just
Hmm.
start. Quit saying you said that You said you was gonna start yesterday. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. You keep saying you're gonna start yesterday. You keep saying that. Just start. There's no great day that like there's little small things that I say I'm gonna stop doing, and I make like a date of it. I'm gonna try for 10 days. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna eat sugar. I'm not gonna do this. And I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it. And then I'll get past it. And then I'm like, man, I made it past 10. I'm already on 28 days or 29 days. Just start. Just start.
Yeah.
Just start. So that's three things, entrepreneurs out there who's watching this. Be seen. They can't pay you if they don't know you. Put yourself out there. Build relationships with people that align with what you're trying to do. And number three, just start. Quit sitting on the
Yep.
sidelines watching it because life ain't promised.
Yeah. That's for sure. Well, your performances are full of energy and motivation. How do you use music to inspire and connect people?
I use music as bait. I say that on every interview I do. I use music as bait to reel people in. I use it, boom, got them. Then I tell my message. Then I just use music because the drum. I mean, percussion. My percussion ensemble. I'm a percussion entertainer first, event MC second. But you're hiring me to MC your event, and then you see me do the percussion entertainment to grab your crowd. Like this one guy on one of my promos, name's Bax Slayton. He said, "Man, it was a real estate thing, entrepreneurs raising capital." He said, "How did you get us up at 8 o'clock? We just finished breakfast. You have us up at 8 o'clock, clapping our hands like it's 2 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock at a music festival." It's like, I don't know. I was like, I use my God-given gift, which is percussion, and it worked. To you, that's like that. He's like, man, I tell you, he's like, we never seen an MC like that had everybody in the room on their feet and actually doing what you told us to do. You know what I mean? So I I don't know. I don't know. I the music, Miss Denise, is a big part of who I am. The drum is a big part of who I am. And I got away from that, Miss Denise. I got away from that for a while. And I said, I'm just an event MC. Like, I'll do music every now and again. I'll just blah, blah, blah. I was like, you have to stay with your gift. Sooner or later, you're going to go back to your gift. Anybody watching this, whatever your gift is, Miss Denise, if your gift is running through the jungle, running on trails, and you're supposed to be running and raising money for awareness or doing this or nonprofit, and your other gift is accounting, you're supposed to be working with numbers and you're supposed to be running. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be baking cookies or playing the guitar. You're wasting your time doing that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? God
Hmm.
put something in you, you have to use it. And I'm still on stage, but I was like, I was like, you know what? I need to start playing more when I'm emceeing these shows. So they don't have to hire entertainment. I can fill the gaps. Hey,
Yeah.
our one speaker is in traffic from the airport. Elec, we need to fill 10 minutes. I got you. Chase, jump on the drums. Boom. Stage and give me my buckets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a little P. And I do a little miniature show. And they're like, where'd this come from? You're a drummer too? That's how you get them.
Unexpected.
Unexpected
That's
entrepreneur.
unexpected.
That's what they say. So you're a triple threat. And then when I'm done drumming, I'll get on there and sing. I'll sing a song. I'll take them to my theater days, which I'm a theater guy. I'll sing a song and have them singing Under the Boardwalk, or have them singing My Girl, or Just My Imagination, or Hall and Oates. I Can't Go, whatever. And I'm like, so now you're singing? We got to cover time.
You're like,
Yeah, but that's it, and it's crazy, Miss Denise. As an entrepreneur, as a musician, entertainer, it's different for us because like you can eat good for a couple months and then not eat for 3 months. You can
mhm.
eat good for a year and only eat a couple months the next year.
Yeah.
That's the thing. People think, oh, entrepreneur, y'all making money on like, nah, bro. You have to understand, you got to get up and grind. If you don't grind, if you don't promote yourself, this thing is $1 million right here. This little
Yeah.
device, it's free. It's free. We can promote. It's free. And well, the phone ain't free. The phone's like six. But you know what I mean? It's free advertisement right here. And if you ain't, as an entrepreneur, if you ain't using this and getting connects and posting and using this thing called social media, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. I don't care if one person sees it. I don't care if you get 5 views. Keep posting them. Keep doing it. Because that one of them views might be the person say, hey, I seen your thing, blah, 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 blah. Can we talk? There it is. Your life's changed forever.
I can't imagine you on stage, not drumming, because I feel like that is, first of all, you're so authentic, but also I feel like that is part of your brand. It's a big part of your brand.
Yes,
It's,
it is. It
yeah.
is me. Like I'm like I did the show Stomp. Did Stomp, New York City, World Tour, Broadway, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And that's me. Like I'm a percussionist. I'm a music, I can drum on anything. Drumming, percussion is my life. Then the introduction. I grab you with my gift. I grab that heart. I grab your soul. I grab it. And then I got you. Then I can say, hey, you know what? Next coming up, we have Miss Denise. Give it up for Miss Denise. I got you already. You ain't going nowhere because you don't know what's coming up next. Oh, he might play again. So I'm gonna stay right here. See what I'm saying?
Love that.
That's just it. And I try to, I'm never gonna see it's on my arm, microphone.
Oh yeah.
Microphone right there.
Yep.
And then my drumsticks right here
Yep.
on this side. One love, my biceps, one love. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yep.
So it's like everything. That's my entrepreneurship. Like just like you said, bringing people together, using music, and that's several different things. People said, "What don't you do?" They always say that. Well, as an entrepreneur, you got to do everything. I'm not just clocking in 9 to 5. Nothing's wrong with that. If you love your job, you love your job. If you make good money, that's great. Don't let nobody. And that's another thing. I have to apologize to a lot of people because before I was conditioned where people's like, like, like I was like, yeah, you can work that 9 to 5. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do. Some people do like their 9 to 5s, and
Mhm.
I take that
Yep.
back. Some people do. So for anybody ever heard me say, hey, you don't need to do 9 to 5, become an entrepreneur. You can make millions of dollars right now. It's not. It don't work like that, y'all. These misguided mentors, like my buddy Ben. My buddy Ben said these misguided mentors are lying to y'all on social media. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It
Right.
takes a lot of money.
The hustle is always on.
It takes it takes a long time to make a lot of money and all that stuff. So if you do like your 9 to 5, you do like your job, keep doing it. If you like
Hmm.
going to if you make 6 figures, if you make 80K, you make 90K, and you want to make more, that's when you say, you know what, I'm an entrepreneur too. I want to start my own business. But if you love your 9 to 5 job, don't let nobody take you away from that. You love working with kids, you love working at the hospital, you love doing this, okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with living that life and being cool. Because you know what, when we turn to dust, none of that money's going with you. And then
It's true.
whoever you're leaving it to, when they turn the dust, is not going. So I mean, and then the last day when everybody's gone, it's just gone. When Jesus said, you know what, we're all done. Poof, it's gone. That
Yeah.
card, that bank account, the social media, that inbox message you want people to see, that you know what I'm saying, them deals and all that stuff you're working on, and all that stuff, that's gone, man. That's
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
So I had to change my way of thinking. I had to change my way of thinking.
Well, I mean, that's really important, I think, for people to understand is we are always evolving. And what we thought 10 years ago or 5 years ago, even 5 months ago, may not be what we believe or how we think today. So I think personally, I think it's okay for people
Yeah.
to change their mind
Yes.
and grow and evolve.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
That's what we're meant to do.
Yeah, because if you stay in that box, you ain't gonna grow at
No,
all.
no. Well, what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned from performing with major acts and in front of big audiences that have helped you in your business?
Hmm. Can I do it like a game show? Can you repeat
Yes.
the question? Can you repeat the question, Miss Denise? I don't know. Did you scroll down? I
Do
see you
you,
clicking that
do
mouse.
you need to call a friend?
Lifeline. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Denise. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the question?
This episode is out of control already.
Already. Sorry, y'all. Y'all got
Already.
your pen and paper? It don't matter. That's the
No,
realness, though,
I was
man.
asking
That's
what
the
are
realness.
some of the biggest lessons that you've learned being traveling with big acts and being on big stages that have helped you with your business?
If they know your resume and they know you've been in front of big crowds and big stages and they see that on video and pictures and stuff, you're gonna get in the door quicker than somebody who ain't been on a big stage. Period, point blank. I don't care who you are. If they know you played percussion with whoever, Prince, or if they know you was one of Michael Jackson's backup dancers, and then there's somebody over here that wants a backup dancer, and then you say, okay, I want $100,000 to choreograph this. They say, we're not giving you this. So what have you done? Oh, I choreographed for Michael Jackson. Okay, yeah. And then there might be somebody else who hasn't been on the big stage. They ain't getting that job. They're gonna go to some. They're gonna go with the person who has proof. They
Mm,
want to see. They want to see. Like when people hire me as an event MC, they're like, "Oh, so what have you done? Here, just watch this promo. Whoa, you with Lewis Howes. You've been David. Oh, Damon John. You've been Doctor. You oh wow, you've been here. Trent Show. Oh, you're Jesse Yes or Jamie Kern Lima. You've been oh wow, you've been with all these people and all these big crowds. Look at all these people. And that's your DJ. Wow. Okay, yeah. Can we we're gonna talk budget. They see it.
yeah.
If you don't have nothing that people don't see, y'all, listen, I don't know how Miss Denise edits. I don't listen. I hope she keeps this in. If you don't have nothing nobody can see, I need to be able to see what you're doing. If you're trying to get a job and you're trying to do this, and if you're real estate, if you're entrepreneur, they need to see a promo tape. If you're just even somebody that says, hey, we do content for you, we can do this for you, we can do this. Okay, give me a video, give me a minute reel of you doing that stuff and you talking about your business. People want to see that.
Hmm.
People want to see that. Don't nobody want to hear no email and now, hey, I'll send you an email. So we'll send you our package. No, everything is visual. They want to see a video.
So
Hey, how you?
true. Yep.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? My name is Don Douglas, and we do branding, brand strategy. We can brand your stuff. Oh, what do you mean here? See this, blah, 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 blah. We can brand it, blah, blah. Here's the number, 1-800-888-9999, and we can brand your stuff. That little bit, not even showing them how to brand, it's still a video. I see your personality, and you have a video going. So then you put $100 behind your ad, visit profile, on Instagram. Hey, what is this? Okay. I put some money behind a couple ads. I got 1,200, no, 1,200 likes, no, views on one thing within like half an hour. And then within the past week, Miss Denise, I've gained 776 new followers on Instagram just from an ad that I put money behind.
Wow.
Drummers, event planners, artists. And I'm looking at their page, like, are they bots? I actually went through 500, some of them, like, yo, these are real people. Like, hey, man, I like what you're doing, because they're commenting. Hey, just
Hmm.
followed you. Or, hey, this person followed you from your ad. So you put your money on the ad. Like I had a thing yesterday. I'm like, okay, so you put money behind it. You use what you spend. And then you just keep putting money. Okay, I got it. Just pay for ads. Take $50 and say, hey, I want this ad to run for whatever, 5 days, whatever. But anyway, video. People need to see stuff. They want to see your personality and want to hear you talk. It's not just about sending emails. I hate emailing. That's the dumbest thing. Just send me an email. Nobody's looking at that. Some
It's so
people do.
1990s.
It's like, what? Like, text me. I can see it. I can
Yeah.
see it. Just send me a text. I can see it. I hate email. When people say, here, take my email, they really don't want to keep in touch with you.
That's true.
Remember that. No, remember that. If you're at an event or you're doing something and somebody says, well, you know what? Here, Carl, can you give them my email and or hey John, can you give them my email and have them send? I'm cool. Take care.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Well, what are some of the behind the scenes things as a business owner that you do?
Um,
I mean, there's always that like, I gotta go through, banking. I've got to do this. I've got to like all the things that nobody likes.
money is the number. Is the money is everything. What you're gonna pay this person? Who do you need to do what? How long you need them to do it? Who's gonna do the video? You know what I'm saying? It's just money. Like you gotta it comes down to that. And if anybody says, oh, it's not, just shut up. Yes, it is. Like who are y'all fooling? Like what are y'all listening to? What world are you living in? It is about the bread. It
Yeah.
is. It
No, you
is.
can't do anything without
You
it.
can't do them without it. So people say, oh, money's on everything. Okay, I'll switch places with you. Will it use poor? I was poor. Oh, money's on everything. Hey, man, a lot of millionaires say that now. Oh, it's not about that. Man, get out. Okay, change places with somebody in the projects and see if they don't take your life.
Yeah.
Then that's dumb. So it's money and structure, making sure, because I do a lot of hands-on stuff for my own stuff, but then I have people that help me. You know what I'm saying? I have people that work for me. But I do a lot. My hands is in everything. I need to see like,
Mhm.
okay, I need to see that. And my team will tell you, Chase will say, my DJ's like, no, Chase knows me like the back of his hand. Then you got brother Jarrell, who's my assistant. He's just my runner. He just run, but he's also a drummer. So if I need him to play, he can play. I have
Mhm.
utility people who can play and hey, I just bring him on, road drill, set my stage up. If I'm not there, if I'm in my hotel room and they're down there with the AV, oh yeah, we'll just put it right there. Chase like, no, he's not gonna like that. He's gonna get down here and say, no, we need to change the whole thing. Not
Yeah.
being an a-hole, just like, no, I don't, I need to be over there because I'm very OCD. Stuff like that as an entrepreneur, as running a business behind the scenes. Make sure your team, write this down, y'all. Write this down. Make sure your team knows exactly how you like things.
So
Because if you
communication.
communication, if you
Yeah.
get down there and it's wrong, like, yo, you notice you've been with me for 20 years and you still don't know I like my microphone on the right side. You see what I'm saying? I like it on the right side. If I'm standing up, I like it on my right side because I can grab my, so I can point, I point with my left a lot. I can do that. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm playing congas, I like the mic in front of me, splitting the congas so it's straight ahead like this, so I can be able to move my hands. I'm not hitting it. And if it's
Hmm.
over to the right, I'm gonna say, no, I got it. Y'all got to move that over here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Small things. You know, I like my wedge, my speaker when I'm playing congas on the right side. When I'm doing buckets, I like it downstage, tilted, but not too close to me. I need it away from me a little bit. Just a teeny bit tilted my way, not straight on. I need it tilted at an angle because I'm always like this. Small little things. That's something big. But my world is different than y'all's because y'all might be business owners and real estate and marketing directors and stuff. So this is coming from an artist, yeah, a musician, entertainer. So this is, but
It's still
it's
important
still,
though. I
yeah,
mean,
it's still
it's
important. You have to know what your team has to know what you like. And if
mhm.
Miss Denise is the boss and she got 5 people working for her, they have to know what kind of not. I'm just using this as an example. They need to know if she likes coffee. They need to know if she likes almonds or pecans. They need to know everything. They need to know if she likes her fax papers being over there. They need to know if she likes checking her email. They need to know when she gets in the room, the meeting's going to go like this. Anything, whoever's working for y'all, anything, your team has to know you. So write that down. Just put a star by that. Your team has to know you. It's very big.
Well, what kinds of challenges have you faced in the entertainment industry, and how did you overcome them or are overcoming them?
People don't treat you like you when you're part of a thing. Mm, the question was how do I overcome things, or how about
Yeah,
what have I
in
seen?
the entertainment industry, like how do you overcome when faced with challenges, how do you overcome them? Because I
No,
think it's a
then
really unique industry.
yeah, it is. Just take nothing. Don't take everything personal. Sometimes everything, like Franklin Saint says, sometimes just business. It's just business. That's it. Business. That's all it is. Just
Yep.
don't. I used to take a lot of things personal, like well, but once you, I don't know. I guess at first I would get um if I'm emceeing, like everything I MC, there's gonna be a big wig on that poster that I'm with. These people I used to MC for, they never put me on posters. And people say, why aren't you on a poster? Like they just treated me bad. I'm not gonna say no names. They never put me on posters. They never really whatever. Anyway, um, yeah, small, like there's always somebody big who I'm gonna MC for, but there's gonna be other bigger speakers on that poster. And when they but I'm the one driving your show.
Hmm.
But they put you you turn into an employee. I had to chill for a minute. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I'm your MC. I have a resume too. I might
Right.
not have tens of millions of dollars like oh boy does on the poster next to me on the poster, but y'all hire me. Y'all are paying me my fee. Still treat me like, yeah, you got my own dressing room. Y'all forgot this stuff because it's other people that's working for the main person that tries to do their job overly and tries to be more important.
Yeah.
Then that's things I have to struggle. I've got to check people sometimes. Like, oh, hold up, time out. You didn't hire me. I need this for my guy. My drummer needs this seat. He needs another bolt for this cymbal. Can you get that? Yeah, we just don't have the time for that. All right, I got to go over your head. Hey, Chuck, come here. Yeah, look, what do you need? Can you have one of your team find a bolt for my job. Oh, Alec, I got you. Hey, go find a bolt. The same person I just asked, they tell them, hey, go, he needs this, and then they go do it. Why
So
don't you take
respect.
mine?
So lack of respect.
Yeah, there it is. Write that down, y'all. Lack of respect. Please, Denise, keep this part in the show. You can edit it down because I know I'm long-winded sometimes. Edit it down to
I'm not editing hardly anything.
okay. Lack of respect, y'all. Jesus, Lord have
That's
mercy.
a big one. I mean, that's a big one for every industry, but I would think for the entertainment industry, because in my mind, I'm thinking it's a very transient kind of industry. So people are in and out of it
Yeah,
all the time. Maybe the caliber of people are just different. They just
yeah.
have a
People are
different
just different.
mentality.
Different mentality. So
Yeah.
I've learned just to be like, Alec, you know who you are. Because when you
Yeah.
walk out on stage, they know that you're controlling their crowd.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. But that was before, like lack of respect before.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I
Well,
hope I answered that the best I could. I answered that. I can go on and on about that. There's several different things, but I just used that example as one challenge. Because you said challenges, right?
yeah.
Backstage. That's
Yeah.
one of them. That's
Yeah.
one of them.
Well, how do you stay creative and motivated and constantly like evolve your music and yourself?
Um, Anger for me, anger. We just
Hmm.
talked about this. Anger is what drives me, and wondering, trying to figure stuff out. Anger is what drives me. Like, okay, why didn't I get this gig? Why didn't I? Who's emceeing
Oh,
that?
okay. I see what you
This,
mean.
like who? Him? Oh, who? What drummer got? What? He got that commercial now? He can't. Before I used to do that, but now it's like God's like that wasn't for you because before I used to take things and take them. But my gut was saying this gig ain't for you. As soon as I
Mhm.
said yes, I would get an email. There we go, email or a call saying, "Hey, we want you to be the same date for more money." But I've already took this one over here because I was like rushing. Is now I just chill. Like if nothing don't go through, it's like okay, it wasn't meant for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
waiting for two things for Vegas right now. Two things. One of them said, "No, we're gonna go a different direction, but we're gonna keep you in the loop." The next day, "Hey, can you guys do 3 days? But can we have your DJ?" I'm like, "Whoa! I thought you said that you don't need me. I thought you said we're gonna go another direction." Yeah, but the lady who's in charge really loves you.
Well, you had mentioned commercial, and I saw the recent sunglass commercial that you were on, and it's an awesome commercial. So
Thank you.
congratulations on that.
Blenders,
I love it.
Blenders eyewear. Yeah, it's great. Me and Deion Sanders, they made like different variations of it. Like there's one where it shows me, of course, I'm the music for it. It's me playing, and you show me, and then they show Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, they show him, and then it goes back to me, and then they show him again. It's like, what is this one? So they took pieces of the original commercial and made some with him now. So yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's a
it's
I
a great commercial. I
thank
love
you.
it when I'm like all of a sudden I'll see a splash of someone I know. I'm like, oh my God, I know him.
I seen it the other day. Actually, it was crazy. Like I seen it on Hulu or something, or no, where was it? I don't know. But then even that, like I did the U.S. Open, the tennis commercial. I was on that ESPN, the U.S. Open in New York City. Did that commercial shoot. Was on two of them. Got paid twice because ESPN did their own little version of us, and then we did one for the actual U.S. Open. So
Well, that's
yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
Well, what would you tell entrepreneurs or artists who are afraid to make the jump?
Are you sure? You sure you want me to say something?
Say it.
Okay. If you're afraid to make the jump, stay there and keep doing what you're doing. Keep living your life. If you're miserable, keep being miserable. If you don't like your job, stay there and
Mm.
don't keep liking it. If you want to complain and pick fights when you get home, keep doing that. Keep living your life how you want to do it. Keep being hard headed and just not humble yourself and try to take it. I used to be that and be hard headed. I still am. I still am hard headed on something. I'm one person that she's going to interview on this podcast show that's going to tell you the truth. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I'm telling you the ups and downs. A lot of people just want to get on podcasts and tell the good things that they do, how much money they got, and who they've been with. I ain't doing all that. I'm still hard headed to a certain extent because I'm working on it. I'm working on my anger. I'm working on not taking things personal too. Um, But if you want to change, you have to just jump. If you want a better life, if you want to go do these things, you want to open up this business, you want to scale your business, you got to jump. Even if you're hanging around people that's telling you not to jump, it's time to cut that relationship off. It might hurt. I know it. I know it's gonna hurt you, but you got to. But if you don't want to, I still love you. Miss Denise still loves you. You don't have to. We're just telling you to jump. If you don't want to
Mhm.
jump, that's fine. You can still come over and eat. We can still go work out. We can still run the trails. We can still gossip about people. We can still do all that. But if you don't want to jump, that's on you. If you don't want to, that's fine. And quit trying to think that you got to put on for your community all the time and think like, oh, maybe I need to stay here and just do this. And because I don't want my friends that I grew up with, I don't want them to think I'm any better. Keep doing that then. Keep doing that. Because they ain't writing no check for you. They're not opening up the doors for you. But you want to give back so much and stay here.
Yeah.
Nah, nah. Just like 50 Cent said, this is gonna crush them. A bottle of water is like $1, right? Somewhere. And then a bottle of water in a vending machine might be 250. A bottle of water in an airport is $7. A bottle of water on a plane might be $8.50. It don't matter. The water is the same.
Yeah.
It's value changed. So you might be worth $1 in where you live. I ain't paying Denise to market me for what? But then you go to LA and they're paying you 100,000.
Yeah.
You go to Atlanta, they're paying you 100. You come to Ohio, they're paying you. You see what I'm saying? You're still the same Denise. You just got to figure out where you are. That bottle of water did not change. It's still the
Yeah.
same bottle. It was $1 here, two, blah, blah, blah. So listen, y'all. That kind of goes with what she's asking me. Like, what do I tell people if they don't want to take the jump? You might have to go somewhere else for a while. People ask me, like, Elec, why'd you guys move back to cold Ohio and you lived in Orlando, Florida for 3 years? I was like, because I'm an Ohio boy. Ohio's on the back of my arm. It says, don't forget your roots. I was living a lie. I love Orlando. We was there for 3 years. I was there because how long I had to be for our church. Pastor Mike, best church ever in the world, Grace Orlando. My jujitsu family, friends I met, they're always going to be part of our life. Me and Carol's life. We're going to keep our Disney passes. We'll fly down, hour and 45-minute flight. I'm from Northeast Ohio, north. We moved back to Ohio, but we're south now. We're by Columbus, which is central, the capital, Ohio State. Cleveland is an hour, 45-minute drive, hour, 40-minute drive north. Akron, boom, where we're from. Cincinnati's an hour, 10-minute drive down this way, so we're central. But the airport is the best airport in Ohio. I mean, Cincinnati's good. Cleveland, they're all good. I like this one because this one is straight flights, boom, boom. But people say, why'd y'all move back? I said, I ain't got to explain it no, but I do. I got to stop explaining myself so much. I said, God was tugging at me. He said, it's time for you to come home. I was like, why? The sun and palm trees. But it was an image. I was taking my cell phone, taking pictures by palm trees behind me on purpose. Say, hey, how's the weather in Ohio, guys? It's probably cold there, huh? And New York City is cold. Like New York City is my second home. Like, how? It's probably cold there now. It's 85 degrees here in January. I was doing an image thing. Family's everything to me. Like, I want to be able to just drive to Canton, hour 40 minutes, and see my mom, have dinner with
Yeah.
everybody, my aunts and cousins, and say, all right, you guys, we're heading back to Columbus. Jump in the car and drive back. Last night I went and did the Cavs game, 20,000 people, got done, got out of the dressing room and said, all right, y'all, peace. I'll see y'all next week. Jumped in the car, put a movie on, and I was home in an hour and 48 minutes last night. I had a little bit of
Yeah.
traffic, hour, and just drove home. I was like, okay, now I'm back home. Orlando, I had to keep flying.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing? Ain't nobody. I was like, it's great. The weather is great. Trust me. Put you in a different mood. I'm an East Coast guy, Midwest East Coast. That's what people call Ohio a Midwest East Coast state. We are
Yeah.
Detroit right there. Detroit and Ohio, we're right there. Even though Chicago is Central Time, we're East Coast. Ohio's East Coast time. But my flight to
Yeah, I was
Baltimore.
shocked to know that. I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, a lot of people's like Ohio. Yeah, like, we're there. We're right there. Pennsylvania's right next to us. You know what I'm saying? Like with
Yeah.
Philly, all that stuff. Pittsburgh. So Philly, a flight to Philly is 50 minutes. Flight to Baltimore, 45 minutes. Flight to DC, flight to LaGuardia, New York, 48 minutes. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I need to be over here because I do a lot of things over here. You see what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
Atlanta's quick, hour and a half flight. Orlando, hour 50-minute flight. You see what I'm saying? It's simple.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to be back closer to family. And I know my business triples when I'm closer to my team. My team is here in Cleveland. My drummer Chase and everybody, they're all here. I had to fly
Okay.
them. I had to fly them back and forth and do all that. That's another thing, entrepreneurs. You have to make sure you have. This is different for me because I'm a musician. My drummer and DJ, my people need to be close to me in case we got to record, in case we got to do a local show, in case we got to do. I needed that.
Yeah.
That was killing my
That's
business being far
important.
away.
Yeah.
Very important. Very
Yeah.
important. And I was like, am I moving back for them? No. Yeah, because I am. Because they're part of my business. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you
Hmm.
got to do to make your business work.
Yep.
So yeah, and you don't have to explain everything to everybody too. That's another thing. Do what's best for you and your family, and do what's best for your business. Quit
Yep.
talking. Quit talking. Telling people the next move. Be silent.
Yeah.
It ain't time to talk until you say checkmate. Stay
Less is
quiet.
more. Less
Come
is
on.
more.
Stay quiet until you say checkmate.
Yeah.
Boom. I seen that on one of my friends' posts. I was like, man, I like this. Stay quiet until it's time to say checkmate. Mm.
The other thing that I would also add to that is sometimes we get stuck in our own heads where we feel like we can't do something unless we do it with perfection. And I don't think that the world expects perfection from anybody. I think as long as we're all out there trying to do our best,
Right. Right.
um,
Right.
because you wait for
Right.
everything to be perfect, it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen at all. At all. That's why I say just jump. If it's a Tuesday at 2:27 p.m. and you say, man, I want to start this business. I want to do this stuff, but I'm scared. I don't know how to do it. Just jump and just do it. Like my podcasting, I wanted to start my own podcast, but do it different. I don't want to do it like everybody else. It don't have to be on iTunes and Spotify. I might just do, I'm just doing just a YouTube type podcast thing called Elec Simon Says. When I'm doing rapid fire things, I'm just talking for like 5 or 6 minutes about topics.
Love it.
Just on YouTube. I don't like, hey man, what's your episode on? It's fun on Spotify. I might put it on Spotify and you can listen, but I'm doing mine YouTube style. You watch me talk to you right here with
Hmm.
this microphone. My sign says on air. Boom, says on air. And then I just talk about different issues. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, short podcast. That's it. We just talking.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I love it.
Alex Simon Says, yeah.
Well, that's funny because this podcast had been on my heart for a long time and I kept putting it off, thinking, I'm not I don't know anything about podcasting and stuff, but what I do know is really cool people that have
Mhm.
really cool stories. And I'm like, I was like you, I'm not pushing it out on the millions of platforms. We run on Spotify and YouTube and that's it. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Simple.
again, it was like I kept waiting, thinking I need to be an expert or I need to be perfect. And at the end of the day, people want to see authenticity. They don't want to see perfection.
Ain't that wild how a video from your cell phone gets more views than a camera crew video?
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's authentic. It's just like somebody just like it could be cloudy. They didn't even wipe off the lens, and it would be a millions of views. Somebody just talking to them about some real stuff.
yeah,
And then they get a camera crew and set up all this camera crew. And they say, "Yeah, man, I want you to believe in yourself." What? They
yeah.
scroll past that. It looks corny.
Yeah, you got the makeup, the hair,
Yeah, it's whack.
the
That's so whack, man.
well, what is next for you? What projects or what are you looking at for the future?
This is what I want you to post when you post your small clips on online. I was waiting for this question. I hope you this, but edit me saying this. Edit this part out.
Okay.
People who's watching right now, you'll see it. Edit this part out. But ask the question one more time so I can answer it fresh. And 3, 2, 1.
What's next for you? What are you going to be looking in the future to be doing?
What's next for Elec Simon is I'm going to be known as one of the best event MC and event entertainers ever to ever live. For conferences, events, anything, I'm going to make sure when I'm dead and gone, when God calls me home, I want the world said this was the best percussion entertainer that ever lived, that moved crowds, that brought people together with his percussion, that spoke his mind in a way that didn't offend nobody, but spoke his mind in a way to let everybody see both sides and both point of views to bring each other together to make people realize, hey, wow, we are all one. So let's all come together.
I
Wow,
love it.
I just said that. I just made that up just now. That's
Well,
crazy, y'all. People watching, I literally just I freestyled that and just made up as I was thinking.
well,
Thank you, God. That's
you
crazy.
you did not know the questions that I was going to be asking today.
No, I didn't. When I was seeing you, I seen your glasses, the glare in your little glasses. You did like this, and I'm like, she's reading something. She done wrote some questions down.
I
Sneaky Miss
did.
Denise. Miss Denise done wrote some questions down.
I
Oh
did, but
man, I
I
didn't
didn't
prepare
share them
for
with
her.
you.
That's crazy. You know, usually they emails. Well, here's the questions we're gonna ask you. Just pick one. If there's one that doesn't fit you, just cross it out. Miss Denise said, "No, I'm asking you all these, brother."
Well, here's the last question I'm going to ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your favorite thing to do when you're home and you're not traveling?
My favorite thing to do is eat snacks.
What's
Um,
next? What's your favorite?
I like Mott's fruit snacks. They're a little hard. I love those. The old fat, they're harder to chew, but they're soft to chew. They're better than like Scooby snacks, those type ones. I know they're bad for already bad. They were kind of bad for you, whatever. I like the Welch's is cool, but Welch's don't have that harder chew to it. I like
Mhm.
Mott's. I love junkless granola bars. I love strawberry Pop Tarts. Put them in the microwave for 29 seconds. 30 seconds if feel like they're too hot. 29 seconds. Get a cold glass of almond milk. Then I like to eat cereal. Honey bunches of oats or cinnamon toast crunch. Oh man, I kill that.
That's
That
one of my favorites too.
oh man, geez, I know it's bad for us. Honey bunch of oats or raisin bran crunch and honey bunch of oats mixed together with a bag of granola and raisins in it. Add that to it. Or and there the snacks that sandwiches with some chips. I love that. And then I like to watch In the Heat of the Night. I have it on my Fire Stick. Every episode, I watch Law and Order SVU. That's a good nap TV show. I watch Snowfall a lot on FX on my Fire. Everything I
That's a
have is on my
great
Fire Sticks.
show.
Snowfall, I still watch it. I've watched it a million times. Ozark, I'll go back and watch that a couple times. Like I have an addictive personality and I have a repetitive personality. Like I'll watch it. That keeps me at peace. In the heat of the night, if I watch something like Martin, Fresh Prince, my 80s movies, um, like I don't know, series. Like I watch the series a lot. Like or old Steven Seagal or Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Like the kid that calms me. That's my people that really know me say, Elec, he's in his hotel. He's watching, he's done, he's off stage, he done ordered food, he got an acai bowl, got his smoothie. He's watching. I guarantee you, he done went to the gym, showered, and he's chilling. He's in for the night. He's in. That gives me peace. That keeps my mind at ease. Carol knows that. Carol knows
Yeah.
that. She's like, no, he's I just have to go in my little because I'm in my little office, my little sitting room. Got my big screen TV right behind on the other side of my screen here. Big one. What 70? Yes, I'm 70 something,
Oh my
70.
God.
And that's just in my little room, but I have to, that's what calms me because I have anxiety. I
Mhm.
mean, you know, I'm not gonna say I have anxiety. I'm anxious about things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop claiming that on me, but I'm anxious about things. I always have been. Um, so that's just calming me because my mind's always racing. My
Hmm.
mind's always going nonstop. So when I'm
I can
watching,
relate to that.
yeah, when I'm watching In the Heat of the Night, my snow and just Ozark, Marty Bird, and all them, and just or just watch. I don't know. It just calms me, calms me down. So that's my favorite thing to do. And the gym and jujitsu, rolling jujitsu at the gym. The gym every
Yep.
single day. And then when it's nice outside now, ride my motorcycle. So
What
yeah,
kind of motorcycle do you have?
Harley.
My
I
husband's
had
a
a
big
Honda.
motorcycle guy.
Oh yes, he
Yeah.
got he I had the Honda. I had the Honda the new the Rebel, the 1100. Sold it. So now I'm getting the new Harley, waiting to figure out what the deal is. Either that or I'm gonna go back to 1100. But I want a Y Glide, either a Y Glide or or the Sportster again, the 1200 that I used to have. I had Harleys and Hondas the whole time.
That's
Bike weeks, I
awesome.
do all that. Been riding forever. Been
Yeah.
riding. Yeah, yeah.
Well, where can people find you on social media?
Social media at Elec Simon, ElecSimon. One word, just my name at Elec Simon, and then LinkedIn, Elec Simon, my name. Follow on Facebook. Facebook's so weird. I gotta figure this out. I mean, but you can just follow me on Facebook. Like when you type my name in, it don't come up like a post comes up. Then you have to send something like a request, or you can just follow me on that. But yeah, LinkedIn and Instagram is my main
Yeah, I was
thing.
going to say you're most active on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
LinkedIn and Instagram is my main thing. So follow me on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
follow me, keep
I
in touch.
definitely encourage everybody to follow Elec. He's fun. You're going to love his video and all of his content. I think it's great. Well, I'm just a huge fan anyway. But thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. I know our audience is going to really be inspired by you. Not only just inspired, but also inspired by your honesty and just your candor. So
Yeah. You
I
got to be
really,
honest, y'all. You have to be. You have to be before Miss Denise cuts me off and says stop on this recording before she goes. Listen, the world it's 2025 now. Me and her just talked about this before we got on. I'm not gonna say it. I know her face is gonna turn beet red, but listen, you
nope,
got to be honest. Be real. Don't be phony. Phony's out now. You got to be real. You can't the fakeness, that plasticness is done. Plastic don't last forever.
no,
Watch out for friends too. Watch out for fake love, fake support too. Watch out for that. They're supporting you so much that they're really copying you. They're going to take your ideas. So quit telling everybody everything. Watch out for fake support. That's a big one.
you
Fake.
heard it here first, people. Well, thank you, my friend.
Thank you guys. Peace, y'all.
Stay on for just a second.